to Premier. Good morning.
Good morning, Neil. Good to be with you.
Well, thanks for coming in. We can't avoid it. Jeff Kennett, I'd like a response from you specifically to this from Jeff Kennett on the program yesterday.
It comes to a broader point, and that is the ability of the government to sell its message. And I've got to say to you, I think that is far from good enough.
So they're failing to sell their message.
Yeah, I don't think they're good communicators. I've always said to you, Ted's got great personal values, and I will always say that because I know him well enough to say it. I never get the impression he's comfortable with the media. I never get the impression that he wants to be with you, if you know what I mean.
Have you spoken to Jeff Kennett since then?
No, I haven't, Neil. I speak to him from time to time, but I haven't spoken to him since then. Can I say about Jeff? Jeff was a great Premier, did good things for this state, Neil, but he hasn't been Premier for a fair while. Now, he's not shy. He's got lots of opinions, but he's not always right, Neil. Now, I hear Jeffrey from time to time. I talk to Jeffrey from time to time. We're getting on with the job.
So you'd reject his criticism?
Well, I disagree with much of what he had to say yesterday, but we are focused on the job. We're more than focused on communication, Neil, and we'll continue to do that. This is not about me. It's not about Jeff. It's about what's right for Victorians, and we're going to continue to focus on that.
One of your ministers, Matthew Guy, in the beginning of the program said, I think I'll paraphrase him, but yeah, we need to get out and sell better.
Well, we're all conscious of that, Neil. We're doing it
so Jeff is right in that sense.
Well, I don't agree with much of what he said. I'm not going to sit here and respond to Jeffrey's opinions. That would be reacting, which is exactly what he was suggesting that we shouldn't be doing. I'm not going to react to every one of Jeff's opinions. He has lots of them. He's not always right. And we're going to get on with the job and do what's right by Victorians.
OK, I'll put him aside. Has the government got a problem with salesmanship?
I don't believe so, Neil. We've got some really significant challenges in this state. We've got some significant challenges across Australia, but we've got significant challenges in this state, and we're addressing them. And we have been doing exactly what we said we would do. We've been also introducing some very significant and lasting reforms, and Matthew Guy's part of that, the planning reforms that he's put in place, the fire services levy, the IBAC, the reforms that Mary Wooldridge has put in child protection. And in addition to that, we're taking a lead on very significant issues, and we will continue to do that. Now, I know there are testing times. We've got the high dollar working against our manufacturing industry, our tourism industry, our agricultural industry. We've got stiffer competition. We've got some challenges from Canberra, and we're dealing with a legacy which is very significant from Labor of cost overruns. And I hear Tim Holding's pulling the plug, and he's just another one who's leaving the legacy behind him.
Do you think numbers are being counted against you?
No, Neil. I think it is all commentary, and I'm not going to respond to it, and I just don't think there's any substance to it. I've read this sort of stuff for 5-6 years, Neil, and I'm not going to respond to it.
I don't think it's unusual for numbers to be counted, but we're certainly getting the message from
in politics,
people within your party room say they are.
Well, Neil, in politics there's always somebody biting at your ankles.
Are people biting at your ankle?
There's always somebody biting at your ankles, Neil, and I'm sure you bite at my ankles from time to time.
Yeah, but
others
I'm not
will
an elected
as well.
member. I'm not going to replace you as leader.
Not yet, Neil. Not yet.
Well, all right. Somebody biting at your ankles. Do you confront them and say, "Come on, I'm the leader"?
You get on with it. You get on with the job, Neil. You get on with the job, and that's what we're doing.
So you don't confront them on it.
You get on with the job.
But do you confront them on it?
No, you get on with the job. No, that's politics, Neil, and you get on with the job and you do what you're elected to do, and you do what is the right thing. And we believe we have a very strong agenda, and we're going to continue to focus on it.
What was Jeff up to then? What was he doing? He does everything for a reason.
Well, I look at it this way. Jeff gave some pretty interesting advice on leadership last year to Jeff Dixon and Alan Joyce, and my advice is, Jeff, take your own advice.
What did he say to them?
I think his basic proposition was you got to let go.
You want him to butt out?
Well, I think you got to let go.
And he won't let go? Is he still trying to be Premier?
He's going to be Jeff, and that's Jeffrey.
But your mates, why don't you give him a ring and say, what are you on about?
Neil, I talk to Jeffrey from time to time, and I understand Jeffrey, and I'm going to get on with the job. I'm not going to respond to every comment that he makes. He's not always right.